On the edge of a dense forest, where tree shadows intertwined in intricate patterns, stood a small village. Locals called it the Witch's Village, although no one knew exactly why it had received such a name. Perhaps it was due to old Agatha, the only resident of the village who lived in a tiny house on its outskirts. Her face was covered with wrinkles, and her eyes shone with the wisdom of centuries. It was said that she knew everything about everyone who had ever lived in this village. Agatha rarely left her dwelling, but every evening when the sun set behind the horizon, she would step onto her porch and gaze into the distance. At those moments, it seemed as though she were communicating with someone invisible, whispering strange words in an ancient language. Sometimes the wind carried these sounds to the ears of passing strangers, causing them to hurry away, fearful of hearing more. One evening, when the moon shone particularly brightly, a stranger arrived at the village. His clothes were tattered, and his face bore signs of exhaustion from a long journey. He stopped near Agatha's house and knocked on the door. The old woman opened it almost immediately, as if expecting him. "You've come," she said without asking any questions. "Come inside." The stranger entered, and before his eyes appeared a cozy room filled with books and herbs. A candle flame illuminated a table laden with ancient maps and scrolls. "I seek an answer," he began, lowering his head. "An answer to a question that has tormented me all my life." Agatha smiled, looking at him with her piercing eyes. "Everyone comes here for answers," she remarked, "but not everyone is ready to hear them. What do you wish to know?" The stranger told his story. Years ago, he had lost his beloved wife, and since then he had been searching for a way to bring her back. He had heard legends about the witch's village and hoped to find a magical means there to return his deceased spouse. "That's impossible," Agatha shook her head. "Life and death are two sides of the same coin. You cannot disrupt the natural order of things.